All right, we all do some mischievous things. We just want to hear about it today in your confessions. They can remain anonymous here. So text them in, 877-979-WRMF. You can even call if you're so bold. You can let us know. I just like hearing about the dirt and the things that people would like to bring up and confess to us. Some of these confessions, you can tell that people are actually proud of themselves for what they've done. They don't think it's that bad. They think they're just very clever. We'll take it all. 877-979-9763. This text here says, I was a great dad when my kids were little. I could make them laugh, and we played and had lots of fun. Now that they're teenagers, I'm lost, and I hate it. I miss my little kids so much.
Oh, that one's a bit sad.
It's interesting perspective.
When you realize your kids don't want to hang with you, you kind of probably start to see the signs. You can tell.
It is a challenge, man. Your kids, when you engage with them when they're at a younger age, man, they engage right back, and it just makes you feel good, and it feels easier. With a lot of teenagers, I know I have one, it just feels like it's more of a challenge, and you feel like you're singing for your supper and you're not getting anything back in return.
I mean, I guess I was lucky because I really, especially with my dad, because he would play baseball with me and he'd catch me and do all that stuff. So we kind of hung out like friends too.
Yeah.
I was lucky on that. I liked hanging out with him, but I can see how that can happen.
Mm-hmm. It does. And I think for a lot of it, I have to realize, with my son Cannon, it took a little while. He's a little bit more reserved. He's kind of like his dad. He's a little laid back. And so, you sit there and talk a lot. He's not gonna yap your ear off.
Yeah.
You're thinking, man, does this kid even like me?
Is he happy to be here?
Yeah. Gosh,
And just here, by here I mean like life.
He's like, why can't my dad be like Tom Brady and leave?
Yeah, why can't you move to Tampa, Dad?
Right. Why do you always have to be here? Be like other fathers. Just go. This confession says, my wife occasionally asks me, what would you do if I died? I just don't have the heart to tell her that I've actually got a list in the Notes app on my phone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wonder how many couples are always just going, boy, if she just would die, or if he would just die, I'd be happy.
He's got a fishing boat, by a bar.
Oh.
This confession says, for years I've told my husband not to pee on the toilet seat, but he still does. So now I just wipe his pee up using his bath towel. He assumes and thinks I'm just over it. Oh no, if he only knew the truth.
I mean, I don't think you should ever go to war in the house, but clean up your pee, dude.
That you can put the seat up. Like, it's not that hard.
He's not taking any kind of approach, and he thinks, you know what, I got her trained. I'm going to pee wherever I want like a man does, and she's going to take it.
Nah, kind of what happens. That's just gross.
It is gross.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you have to go number 2 and then you sit in your pee and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's backfired.
Wait a minute, real men sit in their own pee, Virginia.
This confession says, I played one-on-one basketball against my 12-year-old son. He beat me 10-5, and I was fuming. So without him knowing, the last few weeks I've been secretly practicing after he goes to bed. We just had a rematch, and I lost 15-0.
Whoa.
It's tough.
There is that point. You talked about it when you kind of flip places athletically with your son.
When you know you give it your all and you cannot beat your kid in an athletic endeavor.
Can you beat Cannon one-on-one basketball if you're trying your hardest versus him trying his hardest?
I don't think I can now.
Really?
I don't think I can now.
Can your kid catch you if you take off full speed?
Yes, he can. He's faster than I am now.
Me and Rocco play that, and I barely get away. And I'm just waiting for the day when he can catch me.
I think it's really tough for guys, at least it is for me, if you ever had any kind of dreams of sports glory, to realize that your body is failing you and your kid's is like just taking off in his prime. It's tough. And then you also think, because you always want to feel like you have the power over, especially if you have a son, like I could still whoop his ass. You think?
Could you, if it all came down, if Cannon turned on you?
I think I could. Because he's just got too gentle of a spirit.
Yeah, you've been to the fire.
Yeah,
I got
a little pirate
you know what's
in me.
behind the curtain.
Yeah, if I had to, I don't care, man. I'll gouge my son's eyes out.
Don't come for daddy.
Yeah. This confession says, back in high school, I would steal my dad's condoms until I overheard my mom once accusing him of having an affair, all because he was out of condoms when she initiated sex.
Oh.
I never confessed, but I did quit stealing them.
Yeah, dude, go buy your own. You're making trouble at home? What are you doing?
Wow. Dad's like, I don't know. They're all gone.
Oh, boy.
This confession says, I bought the same coffee machine as we have in the office so I can steal the capsules for use at home. It gives me such a rush when I do. That's the little things, I guess, huh?
It is.
Yeah. This one said, my ex-boyfriend broke up with me because the New York Giants made the playoffs and he knew he wouldn't have the time to give me the attention I always demand from him. Well, then when the Giants finally lost to the Eagles, I signed him up for every Philadelphia fan email newsletter I could find. I would never have imagined that there were more than 40. Okay, there you go. Some passive-aggressive confession. This one said, my husband and kids claim to hate the Aldi knockoff cereals and only eat the expensive name brand ones. Little do they know that they've been eating the Aldi ones for years out of the name brand boxes I keep recycling.
Dang.
In my experience, the generic sometimes has more sugar.
Okay.
It's got bigger volume in there.
You can argue that a lot of the Publix, the Krogers, whatever that brand might be, typically, they're the same recipes, same quality ingredients.
I'm in the
We did it with pasta. I gave my family the pasta taste test of all the fancy pastas and the Publix brand pasta. They all picked Publix.
Yeah, I'm in that cereal world that I have noticed the brand names seem to be, when you open them up, they're way less than they used to be compared to the generic. Got Fruity Pebbles the other night. It was half a bag.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, what are we doing? Post?
Yep. This confession says, I came home very drunk last weekend and tried to go to the bathroom in the dark before bed. Bathroom is to the right, laundry room is to the left, and I was so drunk I got it backwards. My wife was irate in the morning, and I am still trying to help her figure out which of our kids peed in the clean laundry basket. Dude. Yeah, it's terrible.
How drunk were you? Were you rushing for a frat?
And now the next day he's trying to blame it on the innocent children.
But just let her think it was the kids and let it blow over, because she'll come down on you much harder than she would on the kids.
It's true. That is a true adage. Absolutely. Dads and husbands know. This confession says, my wife and I did the hall pass thing where you get to choose one person you can sleep with consequence-free.
That's dangerous.
I hate that game.
I hate that game.
That's such a dumb game.
It's so dumb. Why would you do that in your relationship?
It says here, she chose Ryan Reynolds. I chose Layla from work. I haven't been allowed to do a work function since.
You're doing it all wrong.
I think
doing it
that's
right.
just such a dumb game.
Yeah, not doing it right. This confession says, my former neighbors partied 4 times a week with loud music, booze bottles everywhere, and rando cars.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing.
The husband clearly also sold drugs, too. We couldn't take it anymore, so we finally put our house up for sale. And we took $10,000 less just to sell it to the cop.
Oh, dang.
Pretty smart move.
It's a power move there.
That is a power move. And this one said, I suspected my brother-in-law stole a few of my adult toys when he helped me move. What? It was confirmed when my sister told me about the sexy gift basket he gave her. I didn't have the heart to tell her that they were mine.
Ooh.
That is twisted, isn't it? Dang.
This guy is a creep. I think you have to tell your sister.
I'm wondering that,
He stole your adult toys and gave them to your sister, and you know for a fact it's your stuff because he's the one that was moving them?
I feel like that's the right move, right?
You're twisted. You're off.
I would tell my sister.
You would? Okay.
I would. I absolutely would.
I almost text that back to him. Like, you need to tell your sister. That's kind of messed up.
Do not keep his secret. He's creepy, and he's got more secrets that you don't know about.
He's getting off on this.
He is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, some interesting things. Thank you always for the confessions.